and all, and it gives me a great pleasure to welcome you all in this online eminent alumni lecture. On behalf of Center of Alumni Affairs and International Relations and Student Alumni Interaction Cell of NIT Durgapur, I want to convey my heartfelt gratitude to our eminent alumnus, Sri Abhay Kumar Singh, for accepting our invitation in spite of his busy schedule to become the distinguished speaker in this particular event. Now I request Ms. Agnila Shaha to start the program. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Agnila, please.
Am I audible?
You are audible.
Okay. Hello, everyone. I am Ognila, today's host for the online eminent alumni lecture, where our speaker is Sri Abhay Kumar Singh. He received his bachelor's degree in the Department of Civil Engineering in the year 1983 from the then Regional Engineering College, Durgapur, now called NIT Durgapur. Sri Singh began his professional career as probationary executive in NHPC in the year 1985. Driven by a passion to succeed and possessing the requisite talent, Sri Singh steadily rose up the ranks, and during this period, he was associated with several Makwi projects that made NHPC's standing as the premier hydropower developer in the country. Sri Singh is extremely passionate about hydropower development and the key role these projects play in the overall socio-economic development of the project area. He is currently the chairman and managing director of NHPC, which is National Hydroelectric Power Corporation Limited, and also the chairman of board of directors of NHDC, which is Narmada Hydroelectric Development Corporation Limited, and Loktak Downstream Hydroelectric Corporation Limited, with 35 years of extensive experience in the hydro sector industry. During his long association with NHPC, Sri Singh has served the organization with notable contributions. Sri Singh is well versed with all the facets of hydropower development and has worked across domains like project monitoring and planning, business development, besides his expertise area of project construction. He has always put emphasis on adapting new technologies for enhancing the project execution capabilities of the organization. He has conferred with REPA Hydro Ratna Award at India Hydro Award 2019 at New Delhi. The award had been given to him for his contribution to hydropower and water resources sector in India. He played key role in execution of projects like Tanakpur, Dhauli Ganga, Tista Low Dam Stage 4, Parbati 2, Parbati 3, and Kishan Ganga. As the head of the Renewable Energy Division, he spearheaded NHPC's efforts in diversification in solar and wind space. For those who do not know NHPC Limited is a hydropower development company. The company constructs and develops hydropower projects with a total installed capacity. NHPC operates in India and abroad also. It is a reputed Mini Ratna Category 1 PSU. Sir, we welcome you warmly and request you to kindly take over the session.
Thank you. It is really nice talking to REC Durgapur, now NIT Durgapur, boys and friends. Actually, Roy has called me a few days back and given a number. I am from REC Durgapur, so and so batch. I was traveling somewhere in JNK. Then I told, okay, I always love to talk to my boys there in Durgapur. And they really, whenever he come to our mind, it always come REC, RE College, not NIT Durgapur. So it is nice to talking to you all. And about me, we joined this college in 1979 and then we passed out in 83. There was at the time only 5 departments were there: civil, electrical, mechanical, metallurgy, and the chemical engineering. and 5 hostel, number 1, number 2, number 3, all hall 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then some girls hostel. My strength was probably 240 or 270 like this. I clearly doesn't remember that one. And we have very excellent time, rather the best time we spent in our life is that 4 years in the REC Durgapur. So we always, the college in our heart, we have some groups also, and we used to see various photographs. Recently, last year, one of my real younger brother's son passed out from the REC. I came to know all the time from him the building is coming, and building is changed, hostels are the top class quality, and I see the photographs also. So a lot of things have changed in the NIT Durgapur, and really we like it. We started and then passed out from 83. Since I'm talking to the young children, this student of REC Durgapur, I want to tell one thing: never worry about your career. Keep doing the good work. The career will come in your way automatically as per destiny. Because we have just when past 83, we left all the books and the copies. Now enough is enough. We already read 4 years. Then there was no job for us. Then we took admission in MTech. When I met my head of the department, then he was the director of BHU IT. He told me, you want to become engineer or teacher, either the master or engineer. I told I want to become an engineer, but I don't have any job, so that's why I have come to do MTech in BHU. And we have 5, 6 friends from REC only. In that time in the BHU, most of them have gone to the SAIL or Indian Oil or this Coal India. I came to NSPC. Frankly telling you, we are not knowing about what NSPC is all about. Some of my friends told, यार it is written as hydropower. तो कुछ पानी और बिजली का है तो सिविल इंजीनियरिंग का काम जरूर होगा उसमें. Then we applied. There was a written test in Allahabad. We got selected, this scrutinized, and then got for interview, and then joined NSPC. And that was one of the most remotest projects at that time in district Nainital. So we started our career from there. But I tell you one thing, we have come with a culture from REC Durgapur, where we used to take some decisions, discussions, leadership. So ये सारी चीजें we came to know from our college time only. That has basically worked in my company also with me. And whatever the assignments were given, you used to take as a challenge and always have the competition. Suppose our 4 peers are there, people are there, and different responsibility. The others should appreciate कि आपका काम अच्छा हुआ, जल्दी हुआ. This was the passion in our working. So हम काम करते रहे. Slowly we started doing the work. We did this 4 or 5 projects. I already that girl was reading. So it is all with her started our career. One step by step, we got the promotions also. And as I was the executive director in the company, normally the CMD post are filled up with most of the time by the directors who are the senior. But with our performance in hydropower in number of places and taking the challenges, selection board chose me as the CMD of the company. And now I can just tell my corporation strength. It is around 7,071 megawatt capacity, which has been completed, commissioned and working. We are giving a profit of roughly 3,200 crores. And at present, we are in active construction of 6,000 megawatt in Arunachal, Sikkim, then Uttarakhand, Himachal and JNK. And almost 9,000 megawatt project are under advanced stage of clearances. That is in all hydro. In solar, we have already done around. Rai Saab will join here. Rai Saab, namaskar. I think Rai can hear this one. He's my boss at Tanakpur project, and he guided us also. So now around 2000 megawatt solar project is under construction. We have already gone for 3000 megawatt, another we are planning. And at the same time, we are working on number of pumped storage plants in Andhra, Karnataka, Bihar. So huge capacity is going to be added in next 10 years, 5 to 10 years. And definitely after 3 to 4 year time, the company size will double, because 6000 megawatt project which we are doing, definitely going to be commissioned. Then our the profitability will be more than 5,500 crores, or more than almost around 6,000 crores. And we have around 6,000 people working in my company. More than 3,000 are in engineers and officers. We are taking the recruitment, doing the recruitment also. And since the boys have joined here, every year all the power PSUs, whether NTPC, NHPC, Power Grid, they have some vacancy for engineers. And we take through the GATE exams. So if people, if you are interested in the PSU work, you must try and do your GATE exam seriously. And we are not going for any interview. We are taking from the merit only. So you have the merit, you want to join the Power PSU, you are welcome and will be happy to get the wife from NIT. This is all about NHPC. We can discuss a lot about NHPC, but at present, you know, we are committed for the green energy and the very ambitious target of 450 gigawatt till 2030 and 175 gigawatt by 2022. So all the PSUs are involved in the solar energy development. As far as the hydro is concerned, we are the premium corporation in the country. We are around 45-year-old company. We have the capabilities of designing, execution, operations. And since you know, we are operating around 24 power projects in different parts of the country. Somewhere the temperature goes minus 25, 30 degrees. And you can see around 4 to 5 meters of thick snow over the reservoir. And we are operating the dam and barrages at the locations. We are working in Leh and Kargil. In the Leh, the elevation is roughly 30,000 feet. You know, there is a lot of problem with oxygen. And a lot of people visit there and they get surprised how NHPC has made a project over this place. We are doing the biggest, larger project in Arunachal and Assam border, Subansiri, 2,000 megawatt project. This will be the highest capacity project in the country once it is commissioned, and we are trying to complete it by August 2022. And around 6,000 workforce is working around the clock in the Subansiri project. Since due to the COVID, the classes are closed, online classes are going on, and professor is also, or REC professors also joined. I request them, if the boys want to visit our projects, whether in Sikkim or Arunachal, we are most welcome. They can learn a lot how we do the tunneling work in the very difficult geology, where a lot of seepage are there, class 4, 5 rocks are there, how the support system are provided. We are doing the curtain grouting, cut-off wall, so many engineering things which can only see in the books, but physically, when practically nobody has any experience. This will help the boys a lot. They can go, they can spend 5-10 days, they can make a report also. That will help in their career when facing some interviews, preparing for something. So from my side, you all welcome to visit any of the project anywhere. We are doing in JNK also. Pakaldal project 1000 megawatt, then Kiru 624 megawatt, and every project has a unique specification, the quality, the other things. In Sikkim, maybe I think from the REC Durgapur, NIT Durgapur not far away, Gangtok, you can go up to Siliguri by train. From there, so many communications are there. You can visit Tista 6, Rangez 4, which is under construction. And then in district Darjeeling, Tisaro Dam 3 and Lower Dam 4, it is under operation. And I am proud to be the head of the project of Tisaro Dam 4 for 3 years. It is a very challenging and difficult job. And 2 times our Kaffa Dam got washed away. And even then the huge river having the huge research in Tista, we commissioned the project. It is really something unique you can see in the Tista river also. So this all NHPC is doing. We have done project in the Bhutan with construction project and handed over. We did in Nepal. We did one project as a consultancy with all the preparation of DPR, detailed project report, then all designs, and the project is running excellent 700 megawatt project. They are operating at 770 megawatt in Bhutan. So we have the everything in our strength of the planning, design, making the DPR, survey investigation. We have the seismic center as our head office on the real-time basis. You can see, you can visit, if it doesn't have the college, doesn't have this facility, you can come to our places and see how the seismic measurement are being done. So a lot of things, research also going on in our hydropower institutions. We are trying some project in Nepal, river Karnali, then river Kali, and in Assam also, this Bhutan also, discussion is going on. So a lot of opportunities are there for young engineers. And you know, at the time when every city is going to have the metro, so for civil, electrical, mechanical engineer, lot of opportunities are there. Like we are going for the freight corridor, you must see how much the work is going on in NHI and the highways. Then again in the power sector, because without power, no country can develop. And for any developed country, needs a good size of the power capacity. And the plan is very ambitious. At present, we have around 382 gigawatt capacity in the country, and this has go up to 600 by 2030. Just imagine how much power development is needed for the country, and for this all we need only engineers. So I wanted to tell you should be ready to take the challenges. Government has taken a lot of initiative as a startup, and you can plan something. In solar, we need some more research and development. So we should open one department of solar engineering also if possible in the NITs, so that we can manufacture the models at the cheapest rate in our country, because we are dependent more on the foreign country like China and other countries. So though we have started, but still it is costly. So we need to do some research work. A lot of opportunity for engineers are there, particularly from the NITs and IITs. And to me, because we met IITians also, but the practical people and engineers are from the NITs only. They know the culture, they know how to talk to the people, how to mingle with all stakeholders. They have the basic leadership quality. They are not the bookish only. So we like the NITs people, and number of places we are finding the boys come from NIT. They have really done good for the country, and their companies are working there. So it is all from my side. We really enjoyed the college. We also started ragging was there. We enjoyed the ragging also. Nowadays there is no ragging. That is the reason this culture has gone. There is less respect to the seniors. Earlier ragging was there, and the seniors take a lot of responsibility. Just treat the juniors as younger brother. Younger brother team as the elder brothers. So those things are missing now. We are finding our corporations also, because the boys coming, new boys coming, they doesn't have any culture how to behave with the seniors and the juniors. So this I think it is, I cannot comment, but it is good also. Because some ragging must be there. Ragging doesn't make you do some physical ragging. The mental ragging must be done. So it is my personal view. It doesn't have to be quoted anywhere. And all these things are there. One more thing I want to tell, it is not necessarily the boys who are getting less mark, they are getting supplies, who just they should not necessarily they are fail in the time to come. But rather I have seen the boys having the mixture of everything, they are more successful rather than the toppers. We have also the topper in our company. So they are so bouquets that they are, I consider them as a one-way traffic. They can't think more than this way, that way. They have some limitation, the line. And just seems that we are the topper, we know so many things, but they are so confused people, most of them. I'd say everyone, but most of them. So the boys already with us here, they must know, and you must have the passion to do the things. You have the competence, the confidence, and the passion. Then the senior will run behind you. You doesn't need to run to your senior. You do such a strong and good work, the people should come behind you. In the sector, the management will run behind you. If you're doing good work, management will ask you, please come this way, come that way, I want to have some work from you. So it is all that how you do your job. And to me, if you, for any field, if you have the passion and the commitment, you work for 12 hours for 2 years, for any profession, you have this one, 12 hours for 2 years, that is more than enough to be at one platform, good platform. And then definitely this will give you the confidence and you further go on adding the things. So it is my advice to the boys here. And do good thing, think big, and have dream also, and accordingly start doing the things. It is not only that if you are not done good in the third year, second year, that means you have lost. No, you have not lost. You are have the time to come. You will put your efforts, give your commitment 100%. Definitely will be ahead of the other people. For me also, I was an average student in the college because it doesn't give much time to the reading. So I go for the cinema halls, then some sports like this and that. कॉलेज में होता ना गप्पे मारो, एक ढाबा होता था जाके चाय पियो, बंद खाओ, ऑमलेट खाओ, तो ये सब भी हम लोग करते रहे। और हम लोग का साथ जो रात दिन पढ़ते रहे वो पता नहीं कहाँ भूल गए, आई डोंट रिमेम्बर देम, बट वी हैव विद आवर एफर्ट्स एंड द कमिटमेंट एंड पैशन we have come up to this point. So everybody has their own strength and weaknesses. So forget what the weaknesses. We learn from the weaknesses and see. Don't copy anybody. Everybody, every individual has their own strength and weakness. So you work on your strength and kill your weaknesses by one estimation and the things. So if anybody wants something to ask from me, I'm there. It is all from my side. I wish that REC Durgapur at that time also that considered to be one of the best engineering REC college of the country, and I still find it on the same path. So I know that the people who are getting admission in the REC Durgapur, NIT Durgapur, they have the good future, good faculty is there, and we have a lot of respect of the faculty. At that time also, my HOD was Professor Ganguly. He is no more now. And he used to come to Varanasi, and my last stay in Varanasi, I have some different chemistry in the final year with him. He liked me also. So it is all from me from this side. If anybody have any questions, I'll love to reply it.
Thank you, Singhji, and I am Professor Roy. But same that your alma mater passed in 1985 from electrical engineering. Presently, I am in electrical engineering department. So I thought after Professor Shibendu Rai's that WhatsApp message, basically, I got that message. So I thought, okay, you are from a great that our organization, nation building organization, basically, you are doing a lot. And you have also told regarding that your switch over to that in solar energy. And you are doing a lot basically after knowing from you all that how much that what is the vision of our Prime Minister, that is 175 gigawatt, that in total that renewable energy will be basically installing 2022, and I hope that in 2030 I think 400 gigawatt it will be going. And I think it is going in right direction, as you told also. A lot of projects are going on. So in our department, basically we are working. We have very good high voltage engineering department, and we are doing a lot of consultancy work also here. And our your student, basically your alma maters, basically they are very good. Basically we are working fine, and this time our NIRF ranking, you know that we achieved 29. So that is another achievement. In last year we had 47 among that this NIRF ranking, but this year we have got 29, and we are doing several projects also. So here my colleague Professor Kole also there. He will also tell that what are the things we are doing. So what are the basically coordination we can do with NHPC. We are very much eager to do something with your organization. So Professor Kole is there. If anything is there, Professor Kole, can you just?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Good evening.
I am very surprised. You have lot of chains of experience and project. I was just listening, and I have just come that yes, NHPC has come. We are in a point where we need this kind of system only. Other system, coal and all these things are going. So thank you, sir, for sharing all this. I just want to share that we are basically in our department, electrical department. We have specialized on a particular area, partial discharge monitoring of high voltage transformer, GIS system, generators. So you have a lot of many high voltage installations. So if you can connect us, we are also doing some work in our regional Damodar Valley Corporation, DVC. There we have monitoring PD. We by ourselves developed some PD sensor. However, complete system is on the process. But we are from the last decades, several faculty members are focusedly working on partial discharge. So if you can connect us, so then it will be our student also get much more inspiration, knowledge and all these things. So we are basically covering lot of theoretical part, but if we get some exposure of real system in of NHPC and all these things, so then that will be a very good thing for us. So it will be our request. So please, if you have any activity on,
yes, it is done. Your request has been accepted. I will connect to my O&M and E&M team. We have a department here, operation and maintenance. One is the electrical and mechanical design department in NHPC, and they are the best in the hydro sector in the country. I'll just share some numbers from there. I'll ask my team to connect you, and they can give the lecture also through the VC. And if you people want, when the physical these classes start, I can send them also for some lectures on a specific topic you choose. And I can tell one more thing. In the hydrology, we are also best. Even the Central Water Commission asks sometime the view of NHPC for deciding anything. So in hydrology, civil, the seismic calculation, how you do for the dam work in the country where the class 5, class 6 zones are there. So we have the very talented and experienced team. So for anything, if REC Durgapur want, we can establish a chair also with NHPC and REC Durgapur, NIT Durgapur. And we can support also. You come with some proposal, what you want to do from the NIT Durgapur, and do it fast, because I'm there for another 10 months only. So I can arrange the things and it will continue for at least 5 to 10 years, depending upon what understanding we have. Definitely is going to benefit the boys there. So I am very much open to you. I am ready to support for anything there. Yes, Raj, I want to say something.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for your generous support.
Good evening,
Mr. Rai, yes.
Mr. Nirmal Kumar, Mr. Chiranjeev Roy, and Mr. AK Singh, CMD NSPC. Actually, CMD NSPC is my colleague. We have worked together in many places in NSPC. I have served for 35 years and taken my volunteer retirement and working in private organizations. And presently, I am associated with Navitas control system and equipments, who are also associated with NIT Durgapur for developing UHF sensor for partial discharge monitoring. So I would request Singh Saab, kindly make some support so that this R&D work, which we have already started with NIT Durgapur regarding UHF sensor for partial discharge monitoring of electrical assets. And we are already working with NSPC in various projects, and we want to develop it further. And we already started some work with NIT Durgapur. We need your support, sir. Thank you.
It will always be there.
Okay, thanks.
Without taking much time.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. We'll definitely very shortly we'll submit a presentation.
Yes, what we'll do, we'll submit that project proposal like that with
Project
Singh Saab,
proposal.
then we'll do that. Okay.
Because this is jointly we are doing with NIT, but need some support. Thanks.
Okay, अभी जुब्स का बात थोड़ा हो जाए. जुब्स का. ठीक है, sir. That's nice that you have elaborated everything now. Okay, thank you. Shibendu.
Any questions from the student side?
Students
A lot of students are here.
हाँ बिल्कुल, हम तो उन्हीं को देखने आए थे. आजकल के बच्चे कैसे, हम लोग कैसे थे, कैसे रहते हैं.
Yeah, camera on, please. All,
Ananya?
please, camera on. Nakshi, Agnil, all camera on. Make camera
Ananya?
on.
Sir, can you give some light on the future roadmap in respect of the coal-based power plant?
Actually, asked very correct question. It is already government is decided to phase out the plants. The number of plants has been, old plants has been closed, and they're not going for the new plants. Whatever the construction take place, that is going with the supercritical plants where the good quality coal is being used and with the minimum emission, this carbon emission. So in time to come, that is the reason government is trying to build up battery storage or some pump storage. On the pump storage, a lot of work is going on under some acquisition of the land, and then Andhra, one 1850 megawatt project is almost going to be completed within 8 to 10 months time. And we are also in search of a number of off-stream pump storage, not on the river. When go on the river, there's a lot of problem with this environment and flora, fauna, so many clearances are there, and then NGOs come in the way because they are the most dangerous people in the country. They doesn't know anything and they just want to stop any progress when takes place in the area. And by that, the local people of the area also not being benefited. So we are trying to get some land in the way to have at least 100 meter of head, one upper reservoir and lower reservoir in the south area in Maharashtra. So a lot of studies is going on. In time to come, definitely say after not immediately, but 15-20 years, we don't find any thermal power project in the country. After 20 years, I hope that we will be free from the thermal power. You see in Delhi, 2-3 plants were there, all shut down because of the pollution. You know, for 1 megawatt the power, we need 17 ton of coal. Just imagine how much carbon is put in the atmosphere. And with the hydro, you're free with the solar, but the hydro has other advantages also. We need to develop a hydro power project for 2-3 reasons. One is the water security. You know, the time will come when the people will fight for the quality water. You can pump oil from Assam up to Kashmir, then why can't pump water from any place to anywhere? We need a good size of reservoir. At the same time, we need in every basin one large reservoir for the flood control. You know, Assam near Guwahati, one gas site is there that is called Pandu. And there are 5-6 basins in Arunachal, Siang, Diwan, Subansiri, Kaming, Lohi, and when the there for 3-4 days on a continuous basis, whole Assam gets flooded. Then we have some larger reservoir. Then there at least a reduction of around 2 meter. As the Pandu guest said, we have the estimation of how much the capacity reservoir you need in the Arunachal. So there will not be flood any time. And I have discussed this issue with the chairman, this Niti Aayog, CEO, and we are discussing with I have just taken our minister to the JNK 3-4 days back, Honorable Sri R.K. Singh, and explained everything. Whether do it today or let it be done by the next generation or generation beyond that. But it is a requirement of the country for the flood control and the water security. So as soon as you do it, it is good for the country. So now the things have changed in the government, and this government is not thinking that they are only for 5 years. They are thinking they may come for 10 years, 15 years. They have the good planning at least. And that is the reason the advantage has been given to the hydropower, and lot of clearances have been being under the table, and things are expedited. These projects are under the Pragati portal of Prime Minister. He himself monitors after 3 months of time. Every quarter he used to monitor what the problem. So now the things are going in the fast way for all the infra projects. So hydro is must, and the thermal has to go. There is no other way.
Okay, thank you, sir.
So one thing that what are the monitoring system you basically adopt for that any software or for this monitoring purpose of any project, whatever you are telling?
Actually, for monitoring, we are doing this Primavera. We have your own this scheduling and integrated schedules we make. And then on the Primavera, we monitor the thing. The Primavera is one part. Suppose there is strike for 3 months, 4 months. Then what? Yes. No software can do anything. It is not that the factory are producing something and supply somewhere. There everything is fine, but your work is stopped by some reason for 3 months, 4 months. In Subansiri, work was stalled by 9 years. The cost of the initial project was 10,000 crores. Now it has gone to 20,000 crores. Or nothing. Just some people who doesn't have any knowledge of engineering, they put some case in the NGT. NGT is given a stay order. That is the fate of our country and system. And finally it was cleared by the Supreme Court. And now the work has started. So all this happened, but we are using this Primavera, and it is good system. And we have different monitoring. And now the WhatsApp are there. We put in the drone camera also. We put in the camera at the site also. We can see from our office. If suppose some work is going on the dam site, and you find that the labor is not seen at site, you immediately call me. What's the problem? I don't find any labor at site. So now the monitoring system has changed in manifold. WhatsApp messages are there. You know, in the morning by 8 o'clock, I know each and every project, what is going on, what is the problem day before. So the things have changed a lot. And I'm also being monitored by someone.
Yes.
Ministry monitored by the Niti Aayog and PMO. So a lot of things are there.
That is accountability of the employee.
Yeah, accountability, both are there.
Yes. Good. Okay. That way we are advancing nowadays. Okay, because earlier this type of monitoring system was not there. I think that that software, that is PMFS, that is there. So earlier it was not there, but now it is all are accountable now. Okay.
Yes. It is very transparent.
Very transparent.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Shivendu.
Yes. From the student side.
From a student side.
Yes, sir. Sir, we have some questions. The first one is, what is the paramountcy of civil engineering after MTech?
MTech, definitely we have some specialization in one of the topics in the MTech. It works definitely, I can say. And what's the subject we have chosen your MTech? As far as the hydropower is concerned, suppose you choose some for structural design, some hydrology or something else, it definitely helps to you. But as far as engineering concern, making of the project, other thing, BTech is not less than any other degree. You have the basic qualification, basic knowledge. Now you have to apply your mind while doing the work. So your experience matter a lot rather than the education. Matter, but it's not that by doing MTech we are going to do some good work and have not done MTech. The BTech people or BE people is not able to do it. So ultimately, your commitment, your passion, your experience, everything matter, and mostly your power to take a decision. You should not be confused why. You must be clear. Yes, I am doing with this particular reason. The decision doesn't mean I doesn't want to know the swimming and jump in the water. So that is not a decision making, the risk taking. Risk has to be calculated on some basis, and if you have to take some decisions, you have to take. May be correct sometime, maybe may not be correct sometime, but ultimately you can't wait. Particularly the head of power never gives time. Suppose some flood has come in the river. Nobody give a immediate decision from a head office or anybody, any designer. You have to seek what the decision immediately required. Whether we should suppose some water is toppling from a coffer dam. So whether you cut the coffer dam, are you allowed to put the water into a powerhouse area? So what is the things we need to do? Some erosion is taking place on some banks. So immediately have to put some protection measure. So whatever the resources are available, you have to take a decision. You can't wait for a drawing to come and wait. By the time you will be doing that, everything will also wait. So lot of things comes in the during the construction, even during the operations also. Suppose you are doing some work, machine vibration is increasing, temperature rising. So don't wait for the tripping of the machine. If you already finding in the status some problems going, and immediately stop the machine and rectify it. You don't wait that the take some communication from your senior. It all happens at the lowest stage. So you have to grow from the bottom itself. When you take the responsibility at the initial stage, you have this courage, and then must be analytical. So BTech, MTech doesn't matter much, or MBA or masters, it all happens. It looks good on the paper. It looks good to have 4 degrees, but I never find that people having the 4 or 5 degrees are more successful or more knowledgeable. So your experience and commitment, decision making is more important.
Yes, sir. And
Hello,
the
sir.
second,
Yes,
yes,
yes.
sir, you may proceed.
Sir, I'm Satyam Shaurya Jha, sir. I'm a third year student in civil engineering department in NIT Durgapur. Sir, my question was, sir, recently this news went viral that India is running out of coal. There is only 4 days of stock left of coal in India, and it is not just the problem of Indians, but at the same time, China is facing the same problem. So, looking at the current scenario, not only the geopolitical stuff and the other things that are involved in it, but sir, looking at the future, consider sir, if we don't have enough pull in the international market to get the required quality of coal from other countries, and at the same time we don't have that many developing industries in our own country of renewable sources, it is going to be very miserable for our people in this country, not just as a national security thing, but as a human level, lives are going to be very miserable. So by when, sir, do you think, excluding the all political things involved, our country is going to be more dependent on the renewable sources of energy rather than depending upon coal and stuff? Like in years, if you are talking about.
Actually, there were some media reporters there, but anybody found that there is a cut in their house. Everybody is getting power, sufficient power. Number one, the coal issue was there. Every state declared that will give the free power, but power have some input, financial inputs to generate some power. So by virtue of that, the capacity of whether NTPC is generating more power through the coal, some IPPs are also there. They are not getting their dues from the various discoms, distribution companies. The result has happened, they have not been able to pay the coal department. So there was some slackness in the production of the coal because they doesn't have the money, number one. Secondly, some rain has come in between in Bengal and Odisha, and this area also Jharkhand. that has also affected something, but there was a cold for more than 4 or 5 days, and during the Rabi crop, the irrigation issue was there. You see, just 2 days of rain has done everything normal. Now at the same time, definitely we are already going ahead with the renewable energy, solar. Almost every state, every power PSUs, and even the SECI is there. We have awarded a lot of projects in solar energy. They are doing it for the balancing. We are increasing our capacity in hydro. At the same time, they are going every type of the wind, pump storage, hydro, and then the solar. So they have a very robust planning by the CA, and the work is going on. It was a temporary phase, and I told you that in time to come, they are already discarding these thermal power projects. So the day we are adding every day some power to the grid and reducing the coal not be a big issue in our country. We doesn't need much coal. In the next 15-20 years, we will be away from the thermal power project. So nothing to worry and nothing to worry about our grid. And we have a national grid. It is not that we can generate a power in Kanyakumari and supply up to the Kashmir and Bengal also. So all the grid are nationally connected. Now it's a single grid. We have the largest this transmission line in the world. So power sector is very strong, and I don't find any problem in the power sector. It was in the paper, definitely. So I have the coal of 4. Normally I have the 5-7 days only. It is on a continuous basis. The coal tanks are there and they are supplying the coal. Now everything has become normal now. So nothing to worry about this.
So one follow-up question. Sir, you said obviously the PSUs are working on to it. Sir, I'm just asking you that is it necessary that we should have private companies coming into this business of energy sector, or is it just for the government? Because you said, sir, discoms are running out of money. These guys have not paid to the coal CIL. So is it necessary that it is right time to give private companies a chance to get into this industry? Because obviously, sir, books have to be kept clean as well. Money has to be maintained on both the sides. So, sir,
it is now the business is very open. Anybody already number of discom the private people are working. They're doing the distribution also in Delhi. A lot of places. Our government has come with they are coming with some act also. And now I'll tell you because most of the people may not be knowing. Now the government of India, Ministry of Power has decided we give a time of around 45 days. Suppose you bill today, within 45 days, the discom has to pay back the money. If they're not able to pay and going beyond 45 days, we have decided to cut the power of the state because they are simply giving free power to everyone. You know, the theft in the JNK is more than 55%. It is 30%, 25%. Transmission it is losses. In some of the state, it is 15% or 12%. Government has, Ministry of Power has asked everyone to come down by to 15% at least. In the private companies where discounts are there, it is around 8 to 9, it is single digit because the theft is less. That is the reason a lot of changes in taking place. Now they are providing the separate feeder for agriculture, feeder for this industries, and then smart meter is coming. Just like a mobile phone, you put your meter and your money is gone, your power will be cut. Just put 100 rupees, your power will come. So a lot of things are being discussed in the ministry and it put on the ground also. So where the action has been taken, they are modernizing the transformer, their transmission system also, distribution system also. So it is on the right track. Earlier it was average was more than 27-28%. Now it has come down to 20% average. But some of the state more than even 45-50%. So they are making habit to pay the money for the power you take. And the state who is on the default, they will be giving the notices and the supply will be cut. So that the public know why there is no supply in my state or my district or my town. The government is already taking action and it is going on well. Because earlier for my company like me, more than 5,000, 4,000 crores dues were used to be there. Now it has come down to 1,000 crore only. And we're getting money every month in time. So it is all happening. So things are in the knowledge of the government and then doing action that they are in the right track.
Thank you, sir.
I invite Nasir to take over the rest of the session.
Thank you and good evening, sir. I am Nasir, and we have some curated questions to ask you, and I would also like to request our guests and attendees to ask their questions if they have by directly unmuting their mic. So, if any one of the attendees or guests have any question, then they can ask. So, I am asking the curated questions. The second question that we have is, what is your advice for civil engineering student with respect to skill development? The actual skills that we require in the industry. What is the advice? Means what is the roadmap that we should be following?
What development you told?
Yes, sir. For the civil engineering students, what is your advice for civil engineering student with respect to skill development?
It is the future of civil engineering student is very bright, and they should rather the industry looking for the good civil engineers. The civil engineer must do what the 4-year degree course is giving to them, and for the practical knowledge, they must go to some metro projects, some highway projects, some hydro project, any construction activity. Smart cities are coming. You know, almost every town they are planning for the smart cities. All the electrical lines, other things putting underground. Roads are being made, parks are being made, buildings are being made in different way. Township is created. So a lot of good, that's the best time for the civil engineers. So there no problem. And just what the 4-year degree course are there, they to do theoretical and practically they must move for a month time. College should send them, and I have offered them. In for RSU NIT Durgapur, the project Sumansiri is not far away. You have to go up to Dibrugad, probably there's flight and the trains also. And if you go in batches of 15-20 people, I'll just send an SMS to me. I'll make the arrangement for the stay. You can go to the West Bengal and this Darjeeling area and the Sikkim area. Just stay for 7 to 8 days and make a proper report. Visit the sites. Just see what the equipments are there. What is the curtain grouting? How the curtain grouting will be done by the river? Just see what is the curtain grouting all about and how it works. The foreigners are also there. These are all the things we learn in case of a hydro. Likewise, any metro, if you want to visit, we can arrange also. A lot of friends are there. At the same time, DBC, RN Singh, the CMD there is a good friend of mine. Some people are there from NIT Durgapur also. So just make a plan. You have one association, you have one group. We can arrange the training for you. Don't depend on the only professor and teacher. The boys should make their own group and they should talk to the people. They should talk to the alumni. Number of people in the sector. I am the CMD of NSPC. From my batch, my classmate, same batch from RSU Durgapur, VK Singh is the CMD of NIPCO. The people of the northeast area can go and see the project in the Arunachal also. And we have the friends, we are ready to help you. And you are the future of the country. So why should not you get help from anyone? We are open for everybody.
Thank you very much, sir. We will be surely getting help from you and will surely do better. We have third question, that is, what is the common link between the civil engineers and the mechanical engineers?
Common link, because both work together. There are a lot of interfacing are there. Wherever do civil dam barrages, we need the hydromechanical work also. We have to put the gates. We have to see the design. You know, most of the civil engineers are doing the mechanical engineering work. How the welding takes place, how the which type of the plates is required and why it is required. Suppose you go for the penstock, we need the boiler quality plate. I don't know whether it is being taught in the college or not. You must try to know which type of steel and where it is required physically, and you can practically can go and see the hydromechanical and the civil work. It is interfaced work, go together. If you go in the powerhouse, E&M, civil and mechanical both are working together. Suppose you want to put a foundation for the rotor and the stator. You need a foundation. There you need a civil engineer. For that you need a governor, it is a mechanical. For the spinning you need a pen stall. Valve house are there, it is a mechanical thing, electrical thing, then protection things, all work together in the hydro sector. Likewise everywhere. You go in the railway, need a track where you need a civil engineer. For running on the loco, you need a mechanical engineer. For making, doing the work for the panels, you need an electrical engineer. They all linked to each other. And help and know the things also.
Thank you, sir. We have the fourth question, that is, what is the pathway to reach to get placed in highly reputed PSUs like NHPC? What is the ideal pathway?
I told them you have to prepare good and appear for the exam, because most of the PSUs are now taking this filling the vacancy through the GATE exam. To have to come in the GATE, and there are the options are there. If you want to go in hydro sector or other sectors, you have to prioritize your requirement, put in the GATE. We simply ask the controller of the GATE, if you want to recruit 20 people, you give the name of 100 persons, and you don't call interview. We simply ask for the merit. We issue the order for 20 people. Now, still I have already advertised, and the next year also we are going to recruit almost 50 engineers every year, civil engineers, and around 25-30 electrical engineers and 10-15 mechanical engineers. So everywhere we are doing, and my minister says all the PSU take some recruitment every year. It is for the power PSU like railway, NHI, they are also doing it. I know even the company like L&T, they have the business of around 7 lakhs crore in a year, 7 lakhs crores. They also want good engineers. And the private, you have the capacity, capability, तो वहाँ पे कोई आपको बेसिक ही नहीं होती है. At the same time, same level, one get 1 lakh rupees, one get 20,000 rupees also. So you have the capacity, capability, you can try for the private companies also. And you want to do some good work with this PSU, then you have to come through the GATE only. GATE exam you have to prepare.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Means GATE exam is an important exam for getting entry in PSUs like NHPC or any other.
Yes, yes. Most of the
okay,
PSUs.
So thank you, sir. We have the fifth question is how to deal with stress condition in civil engineering branch, especially in civil engineering branch, because there is a very less placement opportunity in the campus itself.
You forget to the campus. There are a lot of things that you simply mail your biodata. The number of people come to my office. Do you have any knowledge of any good civil engineers? So there are people in the market. Don't ask for initial salaries. Even you are going to get 15,000 rupees, you just join it and prove your credential there. And work for a year. I told you just work for 12 hours for 2 years. I will never go back. People are run behind you.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Means there is a chances of exponential growth there.
It is already there.
Okay, thank you, sir. That is highly means that really motivated me. Actually, I am also from civil engineering department, second year in the NIT Durgapur. Now I'll request our attendees and guests to ask their question if they have any. They can directly ask question by unmuting their mic.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
So is there any opportunity for undergraduate civil engineering students to undergo any industrial training in NHPC?
We give the training. You give the vocational training. You can go to 30-day training because you don't have any this stipend type of issue. You can just send your request to your HOD or principal from there, and we'll mail it to our, any of the projects. I can send to mail to NHPC, my mail also, and you'll get the time. You go just have a training for 15-20 days, 30 days, and you learn a lot of things. It is already there. We'll keep in doing it. We never say no to anyone because we know you people are the future of the country. So why should we stop, devour anybody? It is not that you need any recommendation from anyone, but simply you want a letter from the college if this is the boys so and so want to have training, we'll provide it.
Okay, thank you, sir.
So we have seen this trend, and sir, it has become very much prevalent these days. And we have heard this saying from way too many people that conventional form of engineering is becoming obsolete day by day. We see mechanical folks who used to back in those days in 80s and 90s who used to do those whole calculation and the whole designing the shaft stuff, but in today's era, the whole stuff is transforming into the whole electronic thing. Everything is being digitalized. So, sir, in civil, sir, in the whole landscape of civil engineering, can we say, sir, that this whole digitalization of things has become very much dominant, or still we can say that whole conventional things are still in the game?
Conventional thing will remain always on the top. This electronic medium can help something to you. Unless you have, suppose in the computer, you want to do anything, we have to input some data to that. Then only computer do something. They cannot feed data. They cannot select the data. Suppose sir was asking Mr. Nirmal Roy sir, how are you monitoring it? You have to make a schedule. We have to make an activity. This activity is important. This has this much of the quantity of work to be done within this much of time. Then the next activity will come. You feed everything, then the only computer will work. So who will feed it? Computer cannot feed the data. You have to feed it. Like you have to do some design. You have to see what is the type of the geology where we are putting the dam, how the base of the area there. What the geology you have. Unless you know about the geology, how can you do anything? And finally, after doing everything, core engineering is the must. Without that, nobody have any competence on it. And the computer, nobody have the competence. You see today, what is the forecast for the weather? It's saying from 10 to 12 there is water, rain. There is no rain. Do you think that is fine?
Yes.
So it is not that the core engineering will always remain and the upper hand.
Sir, but with the development of whole artificial intelligence and the whole machine learning, we are seeing that this company Tesla, it is going to have a car which can drive itself. Maybe it is very much possible. Obviously, sir, this is something which is very blind, but we can see in future machines are designing bridges itself and drawing out the whole layout for the road. So this is my concern. Maybe being a civil engineer today, I see that these things are not very much into the picture, but 30 years down the line, if we see everything is being snatched away from us. So I was, asking this regarding how the development will take place.
Worry for this. We also see so many things, but ultimately the core competency required for anything. Even the Tesla car will run without the driver. Behind that also, the core people are there who do the make the armature and the current, how the current to pass. Then when the switch over, the system computer will work. You design the bearing of the wheel, which type of bearing is required. It is all by the core people only. So don't consider if somebody is saying everything will wash away. It is not like that. I think now we have discussed a lot because I have planned to go somewhere at 6 o'clock. It's already 6:10. If anybody has any questions, they can mail it and they will get the reply. And I told whatever support NIT Durgapur wants from company like NSPC, we are ready to do it. We can open a chair in that. We have already something with the IT Roorkee on the hydrology. For other things, we can have something because number of projects are there in the Sikkim, West Bengal, and Arunachal. We can establish something in Durgapur, it's nearer to those areas, and we can do and have some transfer of knowledge, sharing of knowledge, and it will be betterment for the younger children there. So we are always open. If you have any idea, come with me. Yeah, and if you want to have, I can arrange a VC with our ENM design people, electromechanical design, then operational maintenance of the machines. So we can do that. So I think if you can leave me It will be fine.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you for your time, precious time.
Okay.
Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir. So this was a great learning session from you. So we, on the family of NIT Durgapur, thank you for sparing your valuable time, and hope we'll get help from your end. And as a token of appreciation from the family of NIT Durgapur, I like to present a certificate of appreciation to you. Please receive, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. I really will love hearing the name of NIT Durgapur. Our heart is always to NIT Durgapur, RSC Durgapur. I really wanted to come sometime, but couldn't come. I was there in Siliguri for 3 years. Visited number of to Kolkata and thought that okay, next time I'll go to Durgapur, next time I'll go to Durgapur, but couldn't do it. But definitely before retirement, I like to come there.
Sure, sir.
Thank
Okay,
you.
thank you everybody for your participation.
Namaskar, namaskar.
And good night, everybody.
Okay, thank you, Singh sir.
Thank you, sir.
अच्छा लगा आपको देख के सर.
ठीक है, एसोसिएटेड है, बस यही चलते रहता है, थोड़ा सा काम.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, we shall